Good afternoon, I'm Shawn Yao and this is One News Now. The Health Department in Central Visayas will only be considering to recommend a lockdown once the region's healthcare capacity is overwhelmed. In an interview with One News Now, DOH Region 7 spokesperson Dr. Mary Jean Loreche said they are still assessing whether or not there's a need for stricter quarantine measures in some towns and cities. Among the factors they're considering are the critical care utilization, availability of isolation facilities, and testing capacity. Loreche said they're also looking into the COVID-19 data in Central Visayas since this is not in sync with that of the DOH central offices.
We were questioning some of the data that they came up with, like the attack rate, positivity rate, and the average daily attack rate, including the CFR. And so we requested for the Epi Bureau in Central Office to synchronize with our data on the ground.
Let's check in on other COVID-19 stories from around the world. Deaths in the United States have surpassed 500,000. Data from Johns Hopkins University shows that it only took 34 days for the U.S. death toll to hit 1 million from 400,000. The World Health Organization has agreed to set up a compensation plan for those who will experience serious side effects from vaccines provided by the COVAX facility. This is applicable to 92 countries who stand to benefit from the COVAX initiative. And Britain's GlaxoSmithKline and France's Sanofi have started a new clinical trial for their protein-based COVID-19 vaccine. The drug makers are targeting to hold final testing by second quarter of the year and approve the shots by the fourth quarter. And as countries begin rolling out their vaccines, debates as to whether or not we should give privileges to those who've been inoculated have emerged. Let's take a look at the pros and cons in this Bloomberg report.
From ease of travel to being allowed to eat in restaurants, a number of freedoms that have been curbed in order to combat the coronavirus could be brought back for inoculated people. Earlier in February, however, Germany's Ethics Council said that they believe that at this time, special rights and privileges shouldn't be afforded to those who have been vaccinated because it isn't even conclusive yet that having the vaccine stops the spread of the virus. Elena Books from the Ethics Council told Bloomberg Quicktake that she believes lockdown measures in Germany could be lifted more broadly before it is possible to privilege people who have had the vaccine.
If they have what's called sterilizing immunity, that means that they cannot infect someone else. And since we are in the middle of quite an intense second wave, lifting these restrictions on people that have received the vaccine could endanger everything that we've worked for so hard with lockdowns.
Many countries made it clear that their vaccine programs are going to be available for everyone who wants them. In other words, these vaccines won't be mandatory. But you still need the majority of the population to be vaccinated in order to reach herd immunity. And for this reason, Iulian Savulescu, a philosopher out of the University of Oxford, believes that monetary incentives could be justified as a way to encourage people to take the vaccine.
Psychological research shows that people tend to scrutinise more carefully the risks if they're being paid than if it's free. And I think if people decide not to be vaccinated after they've scrutinised the risks, that's their prerogative.
As a larger part of the population gets the coronavirus vaccine, governments need to start thinking about how to restart their economies, whether to offer special rights and liberties to those who have already been vaccinated or to start lifting lockdowns for everyone.
And in other news, third telco player Dito Telecommunity says it will finally launch commercially next month. Dito Chief Administrative Officer Adel Tamano said the launch will begin in Cebu and Davao on March 8. Dito will be available in the NCR and the rest of Luzon by the second quarter of this year. The third telco has signed an interconnection deal with PLDT to enable their subscribers to communicate within their networks.
Of course, we wanted to be faster, but expect naman na the result of the audit will not be the same level when we already have some subscribers. Better service at affordable prices. It's really being affordable with better services.
In lighter news, a koala in Australia is the first in the world to receive a prosthetic foot especially designed for the animal. 5-year-old male koala Triumph was born without a right foot and was rescued in 2017 in New South Wales. Local prosthesist named John Dolman created the prosthetic foot for Triumph and is currently in the process of improving its design. A U.S. company specializing in animal prosthesis previously tried to create a makeshift foot for Triumph to no avail. For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News.